Yo, what's up, people? Um, the Battle of Slots, the next Battle of Slots Freeroll, the Ave Caesar Dynamic Ways game. I love that game. 20-cent bets. It starts in 21 minutes. So, I mean, but I wanted to start this recording earlier because I was getting impatient and I just wanted to get the recording started. So, yeah, this is gonna be a long video. I hope you watch to the end because I'm gonna just introduce myself a little bit more on the music side of things. If you go to soundcloud.com/Darren Cullen, DARRENCULLEN, and hit enter, you'll find my Dreadnought SoundCloud. Dreadnought is my artist name. I'm a drum and bass producer and DJ from New Zealand. And yeah, I have started a Patreon account to hopefully get a monthly income from my music. It's a long-term thing, obviously. And in the meantime, I'm just pumping out as many tunes as possible, spending good time on each one. But I've got to the point where I know exactly what I'm doing, and I work with different sample packs and chop up samples, and I use synths sometimes, and mostly I'm using samples these days to make like tech step and neurofunk tunes, and so I've got this latest Patreon exclusive is called Scope. Go check it out. I'll give you a bit of a listen. Scope, and so the second most recent one is Raptor. So, speaking of gambling, seeing as this is my gambling channel. You go to my popular tracks on SoundCloud. The top one, I don't know why this is the top one, even though it hasn't got as many likes as, like, for example, the one underneath it, 45. But I'm just thankful that it is the top one because this was a tune. There's a story behind this. I'm selling the original mix of my tune, "The Great Gamble," for $1,000. So it's a gamble. You obviously really must like the tune if you're going to pay that money for it to get the original mix. And this is how it goes.
Oh, yeah. And I love drugs. This is the time where I now go over to this. I started a remix competition of my tune, "The Great Gamble," and my friend and fellow producer of drum and bass music, who recently passed away, rest in peace, brother, made this amazing remix, and I want to play you that. I also gamble like a degenerate. Oh, yeah. And I love drugs. stop it here because I just want to say something like, obviously I'd love to play the whole remix, and you can go to Chill Collective SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/chill-collective. You can go to his SoundCloud and you can listen to the whole remix if you want, but I'd prefer you to do this. If you go to my SoundCloud and you scroll down to the bottom of my spotlight, when you first open up the page and it comes up with my spotlight, just scroll down, because what I'm doing now is the first 3 tunes on my spotlight are my most recent Patreon exclusives, and the last 2 are Jazz Jackrabbit Bootlegs album and the Great Gamble Remix EP. So what I would really love you to do is to go over here and click this. The EP price, the price for the EP is only $300. I know that could be a lot of money to some people, but considering that the first place grand prize winner recently passed away, it's really priceless, really, because it was the last thing that he made before he passed away, and I've grieved a lot, and can't imagine what his family is still going through in terms of grief. But it's death is a sad part of life. But not to get too religious, but I do believe there is a better place beyond if you're a good person, and Josh was a fucking great person. So I know he'll be there making his music, and I'll see him again, and I'll see my other friends that have passed away, and I'll see my grandmother who's passed away, and it will just be, yeah. So, but look, I'm going, but no, I'm not really going off track, because the important message I'm trying to send here is, if you buy this EP, what I've promised is that 90%. So what you can do is you can buy the individual remixes for $666 each, but if you're smart, you'll buy the whole EP for just $300. So what I've done is I've promised that I will give 90% of profits from this EP to Josh's family for the next year. I'll keep 10% for myself. The other artists on the EP will get paid eventually after that year. Yeah, so look, it's basically I just want to try and get a whole lot of sales for this EP, and you can buy my whole discography for $1,000. My whole not my whole Dreadnought discography, but my whole Gamblin' Records discography. This is my record label that I started, Gamblin' Records, a Bandcamp-based record label, and the releases on here are Spin the Wheel was the first one. A friend of mine bought that. Cheers to him. Casino Dream EP. He bought another track from there. No, he bought a track from Holden Spin EP, and then Line Hit VIP, 777, The Great Gamble, and The Great Gamble Remix EP. There will be no more releases on my label, Gamblin' Records. I'm now going to be focusing solely on Patreon exclusives and the odd album that I'll be releasing on my Dreadnought Bandcamp, which you can find at therealdreadnought.bandcamp.com. And the latest thing on there is a bootleg I did of the main menu music from Epic Pinball. So I'll play that. I'm actually selling it. I know it's kind of a little bit illegal to sell bootlegs, but what I have said here, in order to avoid any legal trouble, is that if they're not wanting to get into any legal trouble, 20% of sales will go to the original music makers, and I will keep my promise on that. So if I get thousands of sales of this, down the line in the future, as all of us music producer artists hope to get lots of sales, then I'll be sending 20% of that. Hopefully large sum. 20% of that will go to the original music makers. If they're still alive, I'm sure they are. Oh, I can't play it because I've done enough plays on my thing, but I can go to my SoundCloud and I can play the clip for you.
classic game if you've ever played it. The old DOS game, Epic Pinball. Much like Jazz Jackrabbit and Epic Mega Games game. Well, they were called Epic Mega Games at the time. Now they're just called Epic Games. Obviously, I follow them on SoundCloud. I've got more followers than them. Who does that matter? Fuck yeah. Awesome games company, but why did they change Epic Mega Games to Epic Games? I don't know. Why did they get rid of the word mega? It was fucking cool, Epic Mega Games. But I guess the old days were the mega days, because fucking Jazz Jackrabbit was fucking mega, you know, like, I grew up on that game, you know, like, fucking awesome game. And so I think I've given you a pretty good tour of my SoundCloud. Now there's, you know, like, you can scroll down forever, basically, because as you see, there's 474 public tracks on public. There's 474 public tracks and 500 something private in total. 474 public tracks and 574 in total, which is including private tracks, which will never be seen again. But you know, so 474 tracks. You can scroll down for a long time. There's a lot of music to listen to, a lot of music to buy. You know, you'll see where I changed over from selling mainly on Bandcamp to going to Patreon exclusives. It was after the Jazz Jackrabbit album, the Jazz Jackrabbit Bootlegs album. I released one of my last Bandcamp releases called Cargo for $7.77 is a single price for singles on my Bandcamp. And then I released, you know, the Epic Pinball Bootleg for $10 on my Bandcamp. And then you will see, you know, in between all that, just after Cargo, I started Patreon exclusives. I will admit, I paid for some marketing promotion, and they ended up getting me real organic plays and likes and comments, which is awesome. So there's 13 Patreon exclusives now, and I'm just going to keep making them and putting them on Patreon, and hopefully eventually get lots of patrons. You know, go to www.patreon.com/TheRealDreadnought. You know, the link is here. I'll click on it, and it goes there. There's the link. It's $23 a month. You know, that's $15.50 NZ plus GST. So I'd be getting $15 a month per patron, which is, you know, I want to get something like 2,000, 3,000 patrons, much like I have 3,180 followers on SoundCloud. I'd love to get that many patrons so I can have a monthly income off my music and be making music every day. I have some breaks, you know, there'll be some days where I chill out and don't make music and just gamble and play pinball and things like that and live the dream, you know, but I that's where I want to get to. Anyway, I think it's just about time for that free slots tournament, the Freeroll on Battle of Slots. So let's get over there, and it's ready. So let's go. Ave Caesar Dynamic Ways. Let's register, light up a spliff, roll out these free spins, and then I'm going to have to get to sleep. Well, roll out this tournament and then hopefully win free spin that I can turn into cash money.
that one. The next tournament is at 3:15 a.m. The Secret of Alibaba, 1500 free spins. You know what? I am gonna set an alarm on my phone for 3 a.m. Because that's another game that I've seen go off and I've won free spins on before. 3 a.m. slot tourney. Battle of slots. And I'm going to set that for 3 a.m. You know, I want to wake up at 3 a.m. and play that slots tournament and hopefully win some free spins. And then, if I don't, I'll be fucking, you know, annoyed, but I'll probably make another tune, you know, so not to worry. 3 a.m. Alarm set for 3 hours and 35 minutes from now, so I'll get 3 hours of sleep, have another slot tourney, free slot tourney, hopefully win some free spins, and, you know, turn them into real money and fucking cash out. Keep gambling and then cash out, you know. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and hope you enjoyed me introducing myself more about who I am, you know, what I do other than gambling, you know, my passion for drum and bass music, and yeah, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you on the next one, folks. Bye.